Hi, so my name is Jessica. I live in Perth, Australia. I am 28 years old. I have three kids, three boys. I am 167 centimeters and I weigh 116.6. I am booked in for surgery on the 12th of July, which is in 2 weeks, 3 days. I start my pre-op diet on Tuesday. I am super duper nervous and don't really like public speaking, but I'm gonna try my hardest, and hopefully the more I do this, the more confidence I will build. So basically just history on me. I've been overweight since I was a kid. I was always the biggest kid in primary school. I had my first baby at 21 and was, when I had him I was 90 kilos and got up to 115 kilos and then sort of stuck around the 90-ish kilos. I then had my second baby and decided that when I was 23 and I was determined to lose weight, and I went to the gym and used to work out for 3 hours a day and was pretty crazy with the weights and stuff like that, and I managed to lose 40 kilos, and my lowest weight then was 76 kilos. When my second son was 10 months old, I got appendicitis and had to have my appendix out, so that set me back in my training. And then from then I found it hard to get back into the gym, and then approximately 6 or 7 months after that I hurt my back, and then 6 months after that I had surgery, a microdiscectomy on my back, and then from then I just spiraled downwards with my weight. Then I had decided that I was going to get the sleeve, and then I applied for private health cover. I had to have my 12-month waiting period, and then in that time I fell pregnant again with my third son. Then obviously my weight went back up again. When I had him I was 150 kilos. He was born in December 2015. 6 days after he was born, my mum passed away, and also my son was born with a few health problems, and I got down to about 95 kilos, and then from then I have gone a little bit out of control and my weight has just gone up and up and up. But thankfully my private health cover has, I'm past my 12-month wait period. So then I went on my journey to start going for it. I have notes, just so that I stay on track with what I want to say. So basically I decided to go with Dr. Watson because I have heard many good things about him, not a lot of bad things and stuff like that, so he was the doctor that I've decided to go for. I am also applying for my super. Well, I had applied for my super, which I want to go into talk about a little bit, because a lot of people have questions and queries and want to know how you go about doing your super, so I thought that I would touch base on that a little bit to try and help out others. My super is through GSB. With GSB you don't need to go through the Centrelink and get Centrelink approval of early release. You go directly with GSB, so unfortunately I can't help out with any questions like that. So basically for Gatsby, you need to fill out their application form. You also need to include, there is a Centrelink report that your surgeon and GP need to fill out, which is actually pretty basic, because I was pretty scared to have my GP fill out a form because I assumed that he would have to write that it was life-threatening, which they do, but it is just something that they tick. It's not in so many words, so that kind of eased my mind a little bit, because I was a bit worried about that. Although my GP was a little bit of a dick when it came to asking for approval from him. When I went in to see him, he was all of a sudden against me having the surgery and was quite rude and made me feel bad, like I was a little child. He thought, and he basically just said to me, you know, like, the gastric sleeve hasn't been around for long enough to know the success rate, you know, in 10 years time, and, you know, like, you really need your super, and, you know, the first 10,000 of getting your super is the hardest thing to get, which, you know, he said many more things, but I basically said to him, if you didn't approve of me having this surgery in the first place, then why did you give me a referral? Because in my eyes, I want to have someone that's supporting me, not someone that thinks it's okay to belittle me. And if that's the way he felt, then he should have told me that and not have referred me. And when I said that, he said that getting a referral and talking to someone is a lot different than actually going ahead with the surgery. I'm sorry, if I didn't think I was going to go ahead with the surgery, well, then I wouldn't have got my referral, would I? But anyway, so yes, you need those two forms filled out. You need to get your health fund to, so my health fund is through Health Partners. They need to write a letter saying that you were covered for the surgery, for the for the surgeon and for the anaesthetist. Now, there was, some people said that you had to get something from Medicare, and some people said it had to be from your health fund. When I spoke to my health fund, they did not want to, they couldn't write how much they would cover, because they said that the Medicare gap changes, but the super said that this is what they needed to write. So I had to go back and forth with them a little bit to have them have the correct wording and what was covered. So they eventually helped me anyway, but I had to call them about 4 times, and they did send out, the third letter was the right one. So you have that, and then also if you're going to have, you know, your dietitian appointments, if you're going to put them on your super, then you need to get a quote from them as well. You also need to have a quote from the anaesthetist. Then that's basically it. But also with Gatsby, they required, you know, your tax file, PAY, no, wait. Your tax deck form. You need to fill out one of them. You needed to have a copy of your bank statement that you're having the funds go into. You need to nominate 2 people that they can call to make, you know, cross-check your financial situation, basically. And then obviously you have to get all your ID certified. And then that was pretty much it. From when I sent it in, it was 9 days. It just got approved yesterday, thank goodness. So that has been a massive relief. So I'm just trying to think if there was something else with the super. At the time when I was trying to collate everything, it was very stressful, and I was overcautious, and I kept going back and forth asking questions to the surgeon and my Gatsby. I called Gatsby a few times. If you go with them, they have been super duper helpful for me, and they've been nothing but nice. But I have heard of some people saying that they've been super difficult and ridiculous. Thankfully, I did not have that. But I did also make sure that I tried to have everything on point so that I didn't get delayed, because obviously, you know, having my surgery in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I've kind of left it a little bit late. They say that it takes 20 days to process. Well, 20 days is the day after my surgery, and I need to pay it before a week. So thankfully it has been approved. Yay! Just trying to think. So yeah, I start my pre-op diet on Tuesday. My dietitian recommended to have 1 shake every day a week leading up before you to pre-op diet. So I have started doing it for breakfast, which is pretty easy because, you know, sometimes I can go till 11 or 12 o'clock without eating, so it's not been that bad, but it's just a way of helping your body to detox. My dietitian does it so that you have 3 shakes a day and unlimited vegetables minus potato. And you're still allowed to drink tea, coffee, and sugar-free drinks. I will have 1 coffee with low-fat milk, but tea doesn't really faze me, and soft drink I don't really drink anyway, so I'm not going to start drinking it now that I'm pre-op diet, because, you know, I need something to fill that void of food, so I will be staying away from that. I am a little bit scared of the pre-op diet because, you know, I haven't had the surgery yet, and I still have my same issues, and I don't want to feel sick and disgusting, but I guess it's a way of preparing my body for how I'm going to feel once I have the surgery. I feel so lucky that I am going to have this opportunity to have my sleeve. I am going to take it and run with it and do the best that I can, because I do not want to be how I look now. Even just doing this video, I have tried to do it a few times and it drove me crazy having to look at myself in the camera, so I'm probably not going to watch this again and get my husband to watch it and check that it's okay, just so I don't have to watch it. And I'll probably get him to get earphones on so that I don't have to listen to my own voice either, because nobody likes the sound of their own voice. But anyway, I guess that's all I have to say for now. If anyone has any questions in regards to their super and things that they need to do, or just whatever, feel free to ask, because I wish that I had someone that was more willing to help with questions at the time, because it is, you know, you're stressed, you're freaking out. You want the surgery so bad, and you want to get it perfect, and you don't want to have to go back and forth. And, you know, sometimes there's people willing to answer some questions, but some people were a little bit vague, which, you know, each their own, and I am grateful for the people that did help me. But I am here if anyone needs some help. So that's all. Thank you.